Yo, what's poppin', guys? Sizzle here. Welcome back to another episode of How's the HUD? And in this episode, we're going to be taking a look at Improved Default HUD by Henry. I'm not exactly sure how to say the name. Sorry if I would say sorry if I butchered it, but I don't even know how to say it right. Like I'm at a loss there. Either way, this is supposed to be TF2's default HUD, like almost one-to-one, but just with a lot of smaller fixes. Not sure what all of them are personally. I didn't really look that far ahead and see what they are. But after viewing Center HUD last video, I wanted to kind of see what is just like an improved stock HUD look like. So first off, checking backpack. Backpack looks the same as stock, like a little saturated in my opinion, which isn't great. Over here, I noticed in the bottom right, we got our commands. First off, also we can go up and down. In default TF2, you can only go left and right. So being able to move your character up and down, it's just nice. Being able to zoom the characters, also very nice. And being able to use shift to move them around is pretty cool as well. And unlike other HUDs where there seems to be a cutoff point, I can move Soldier wherever I want him to be. I can have him in the top fucking corner over here and rotate him around the room. This is actually pretty fun. I might play around with this more. Control for Spotlight, as I found out post-recording last recording, is to change the lighting on the character, although when they're not in their default position, it's kind of hard to set up. I managed to get it working before. Oh yeah, here we go. You can see like I'm moving the lighting around the character. That's pretty cool to have. Just nice like stuff to view your characters. The red and blue in the right here seems kind of like a weird choice, but I guess Stock HUD probably has them there as well, now that I think about it. So that's all pretty interesting, but otherwise everything is like in the same spot, looks about the same. Yeah, although the queuing stuff is also identical to stock, which isn't that bad. Like I gave it a lot of flack when I was using it, and not even that much compared to most people. Most people shit on the stock HUD, like it is the big problem. The big problem I actually have with stock TF2 isn't the HUD, it's the settings, right? Stuff like your view model FOV, some of the default animations and stuff like that. But that has nothing to do with the HUD. Nothing transparent here. I do like transparent character select and like load in stuff because I like being able to see the map as I'm loading into it. So not having that obviously is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, ammo and everything in the corners seems about the same. I do like how on the person, like when I'm looking at them, we can see both the little overheal thing and the text number of their health. That is an improvement over stock HUD. Seeing text numbers for health when you're looking at teammates. On Medic, when I heal people, Uber Charge is both in the bottom right and nice and central. And you can see their health and ammo and all that all the same. So that's a really nice minor improvement I definitely noticed right away. Other than that, is there really anything crazy going on? That the build menu seems to be in the same place in Engineer. The meters are all in the corner as well. I don't think those are any different. The secret room is still here. The secret room on Pier. If you ever play on Pier, this room exists. And you can go here at any point, just for fun. If you're on blue team, you can't get here on red. And then when the round starts, it actually bounces you out of there, but I didn't think to show that off in time. Either way, I mean, just, yeah, it looks like stock, but I'm not noticing any problems, right? When I was using the default TF2 HUD, I had a few things where over time I would notice, like, oh, you know, compared to a custom HUD, this or that. But so far, I feel like I haven't noticed that. It feels like everything's about where it should be. Like, I don't mind having my health and ammo and stuff in the corners. I don't like having the bars, like the charge meters and stuff in the corners, but that's just how stock HUD is. And I think stock HUD is the same problem with payload, where the names clip into the payload thing like that. Which is really unfortunate. A lot of custom HUDs also have the same problem when you're playing payload, that the name tags just clip into where the payload thing is. Because I guess most people just test their stuff on like 2Fort or whatever. Because it is a payload only problem, but it's still a problem nonetheless, and therefore worth addressing in my eyes. Yeah, charge meter in the bottom corner. You got the same overheal type stuff in the bottom left, the character model in the bottom left. Like everything is just. What the fuck? Everything is just stuck. Okay, let me not hit that guy, I feel bad. But yeah, just stock TF2. Not really much to say. It is the stock HUD after all. Stock hit indicators and stuff. The damage numbers are all the stock colors. There's nothing like special. It's just improved default HUD. All I'm noticing is that I'm not noticing problems. That's literally it. Really well done. I can't even say like much. Right? Stock TF2, I've noticed so many problems. But now I look at this guy, see his health. I look at this guy, see his health. I guess the only thing is when this guy's low health, like when he was on 90, I didn't see the low health indicator atop above his head. I do see the over health. I guess no, there's one because I see it on the demo man. Maybe the threshold's just a little bit lower than normal, or maybe I'm just misremembering. But either way, this is literally stock TF2 HUD, which is with the fixes it needs, right? Like commands where it needs commands. Actually, the one thing I didn't really think to check is when I'm in my backpack. We do have AD to go through the backpack. We can press the A or D button to scroll through it real quick, but there's no indicator that A or D is pressable in that way. Having indicators for stuff like that's like such a minor thing, but such a nice fix to have. And a lot of other HUDs do have that feature. So I guess I'll mark it down for points on that, but other than that, it is like, you know, it's a minor fix. It's a minor fix everything. But, you know, it's the fixes you need. I don't need, a lot of people don't need something crazy. A lot of people are pretty happy with the default HUD, but also at the same time, a lot of people aren't aware of a lot of the problems that the default HUD has, and there's not that many to be fair, but they are apparent, especially when you use custom mods. The flaws with the default stock HUD become more and more apparent over time. Let's see spectating, I guess, that's the other thing. Yeah, spectating, they removed the gray bars in the top and bottom. But like I said, with payload, the stuff clips into the bottom there. That seems to be a problem with a lot of HUDs, not even just stock ones. I guess I didn't check the disguise menu, but you know, it's stock TF2. The disguise menu works great. I guess the kill streaks go over the name of the disguise menu, but that's way less of a problem than the name tag thing. That's only while you're disguised, and like you're not really looking down there too often. Although I guess that should be something that should have been fixed or whatever. It's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, the only really notable like thing is when I was spectating and the names clip into the little payload thing in the bottom. That's my only real problem with this. I can still view everything else all the same stock stats and stuff are all there. You know, way more stats than you'll ever know what to do with. Everything else just works the same as stock TF2 HUD. It is the improved HUD. It does have improvements. Overall, I'd say 4 out of 5. I'm giving it 4 out of 5 just because when I spectate, their names clip in like this. I don't really care about the disguise thing, but you know, calling it improved HUD and then having a problem like that still exist is, you know, a bit of a problem in my opinion. But it's not that big of a deal. I think most people that like stock HUD would be happy to be using this HUD, which is just a slightly improved version of stock HUD. It just fixes the small problems that existed with the TF2's default HUD. Most of them, at least. Not all of them. But, yeah, with that being said, hope you all enjoyed. I don't really have anything else to say. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.